Hello everyone, so here we are with version 2.3 to be launched tomorrow, October the 17th. I'm quite excited to share all these new features which have been developed based on the feedbacks and response, new ideas shared by different consultants around the world. And I hope now this system is able to further help you more in managing your offices and having happier students around you. So very briefly in terms of what all has been added into the version 2.3 includes the following: additional customized fields in the lead form, which will allow every agency to decide what extra information that you want to gather from the students. So you can have customized fields. You have new follow-up modes added in your follow-ups as WhatsApp and BBM. Default zero in agency fee under the application fee, which will later be moved to a finance module. Front office login has been created for data entry, for managing walk-ins, for incoming phone calls at the front desk. So now you have somebody who can actually do the data entry as a separate login. Adding applicants' photograph in the application forms. Introducing new additional counselor tools, which includes course search and a little bit of enhancement in the quotation module. Now you are able to resend verification links. So, for example, you create new login IDs under your offices, and at times, 1 in 1,000 at times, it happens that the person would complain, "I haven't got a verification link, so my account is not activated." Then you can resend the verification link now. Student login has been created, which means your students can actually log into your website. We'll be happy to embed the links in your website, and they can actually track the status of their application. Forward application with selected documents have been activated. So a lot of agents did tell us that they don't want to at times send all the documents attached in an application form. So now you'll be able to select the attachments in the application and forward it out of the system. So these are some updates, and I will now be very happy to log into my computer and show you how these different features would work. Also, I'm very excited for the next version 2.4, which will be launched by 10th of December 2015, and which will have a detailed finance module to manage commissions, and the fee payment collection, application fee collection from the students. It will have a separate module which will allow you to add multiple processes in the same countries. For example, you don't only do international recruitments for students to study in higher education institutions, but you also do immigration or work and study program or au pair programs. Then, as a business, your or even the coaching and training. So you'll have multiple processes which could be added under every country. So we're quite keen and looking forward to bring the latest versions, and please do share your feedbacks and do tell us how we can improve and keep on improving this technology so that you can have happier students around you. Okay, so let me share my screen and take you through the changes. I'm logged in as a super admin now, and let me share what has been added to the super admin in version 2.3. So the first thing we have here is counselor tools, so which is available to a branch office and a counselor as well. So the find courses is a new feature, and in find courses now you're able to find courses for your students based on a country, based on a course level, based on a course category or specialization, and use keywords as well to reach out to programs. For example, SAP, HR. So if you have some specific specializations or modules students are looking at, then you can use the keywords as well. So we just look at certain courses here. So we have programs, for example, like bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. So you have the entire course program here. You can even download the course leaflet or any other additional documents like prospectuses or course module related material you have added in the course. Then it'll all be available in one single place. So you can go back to courses and refilter based on the new requirement. So that's number one. Now moving on to lead management, that now super admin can add customized lead fields. So while you're collecting leads for your agency, Some of you were not happy with the fields we provided, so you said, you were happy, but you did mention that there are at times you require additional information based on the country you belong to. So now you can actually decide or choose the information you want to collect from a lead, uh, and there's these fields can be customized from time to time. So maybe you want to start with two leads, two different lead fields, like parent's name and parent's contact number, and then not use any of the others. Then only these two would appear in your form. But if you want to use all five, you can use all five, and it will be part of your lead collection form. Moving on, in terms of the addition, let me take you out to the branch office. Here I am as branch office, and under branch office, two major changes. One, that you also can see a counselor tools, find courses under branch office. The second one is a front office, which is a feature created based on some very valuable feedbacks received from various agents. So the front office login can be created by any branch, and you can have multiple front office people. Now these are the members of your organization who are responsible to add new leads. So they're more or less like data entry guys, and also the front desk who actually greets a student and is the first point of contact when students come to your agency or your office. So they can actually record the details and then assign them to one of the counselors. So very easy to add a front office person is simply by clicking on add, write their name, phone number, mobile, and then allowed to edit leads is one of the things that you need to decide as a business. So if you're adding a user, then whether or not you want to allow them to edit the leads that they enter, which means if you do that, they'll be able to pick up phone calls, to meet people, and then modify an existing lead. Now, some agencies would not be in favor of that because that can somehow conflict with what counselors want to do. So this is again a business decision you need to take. So if you allow a front office person to edit leads, then they'll be able to pick up a phone call and somebody says, can I not come today but come tomorrow? Then they'll be able to go modify that follow-up in-person meeting and reschedule it for tomorrow. But if you don't allow that, then they'll be able to transfer it to a counselor and let the counselor do it from their login. But this is something you need to decide as a business. But if you allow, then the front office person will have the access to all leads and can modify them. Then you add an email ID and a password and you submit it, and this will create a login. You can now view the existing ones. So I already have one, and I'll be very happy to log in as a front office for you and then show you how it works. So now you log in as a front office, and the front office can see the number of leads the front office has added under the lead management. I have allowed this person to modify as well. So it's not only can add the leads by selecting the counselors. So if somebody walks in and somebody is interested to go to UK and Andy is the person who deals with UK, then this person can actually record a walk-in, put all the details, and then assign it to a person who is going to deal with this lead. This person can also now view all the leads that he or she has added and modify if required. Last but not the least, the counselor login, which has a lot of changes, which I'll be able to explain. Now you're able to find courses, print student quotations as usual, with some extra advantages, and also now you can have leads assigned by a data entry person, which will reflect in your new leads. As far as the forwarding application is concerned, has a major change here. So I'll just show you how it looks like. So For example, I need to forward an application of Mr. Banu. I can forward this application, but now I can select the documents I want to forward. Earlier it used to forward all the documents attached into an application, but now I can select. For example, I'm just going to send it to myself. Please find the missing IELTS scorecard. So maybe that was the requirement of the application, and I only select IELTS scan copy and submit that. So it's been sent by Mr. Alex. It's been sent for review. So I'm here, and the application, this person has arrived, and the only document I'm receiving is IELTS. There's a profile of the applicant which includes all the details, which goes by default, but the only attachment I've received is the IELTS scorecard. It has the detail of the student, the institution ID, the agent reference ID, the course intake they've applied for, and the message, which was please find the missing IELTS scorecard that I entered. And here we are. So under the counselor login, there are a few changes in the adding application. The agency fee come now as 0, and I'm able to now add an applicant image. So that's something you asked for. Like you can browse files and add an image, which will appear in the application profile, and you'll be able to see, it looks more professional. I think a lot of agencies ask for it, so we've added that feature. So the last and the most important change in the system is introduction of the student login. So now students can track their applications using the link that we can provide you, or the login can also be embedded in your website. So if I have an application number and I enter my date of birth, then I can track. So here we are. So once a student has logged in, if there's an image you have added, then they'll be able to see their image. It's the entire application form that they've applied to University of Otago for this program. They can download their application. They can look at their own details. They can look at the history of the application. When was the unconditional issued? When did they apply for visa? The counselor who's dealing with them, their contact details. And they can download any document if you wish them to download. For example, here the unconditional offer, they can be downloaded here, which you have added in their profile. So pretty useful for student, maintains transparency and pretty handy. They receive an automatic email when the status changes, and similarly, they're able to log in and check things and manage things themselves. So I hope the presentation was quite useful. I'm looking forward to bring more and more value to your organization with time. Thank you very much.